The parking here at Montclair looks pretty good, and then you realize it's all the way over here. The parking at Montclair State has a pretty vast array of options. But the big problem is that they're on the other side of campus from where the educational buildings are, like where you have all your classes. Effectively splitting the campus into two, with the parking being on this side, on the other side of the world, and the classes on the other side of campus.
And now, a word from some Montclair students.
So you're a commuter, right?
Yes.
So what are your thoughts on the parking here and all that?
Oh, I get dropped off here, so I don't know anything about the parking.
Well, what do you think about the traffic around here?
It's pretty bad. It depends what time it is, because there's a lot of people usually coming in at a certain time. But if it's during a certain time period, it's not that bad.
Do you think there's anything that can be done about the traffic situation here at Montclair?
More room in a way, and especially since the police is kind of strict about being dropped off in a certain area, and sometimes you can't get in through there. So I feel like we should stop being so strict on that.
So what do you think of the parking here?
I never really had that many experiences with it, but I have plenty of awful things about it. Mainly that there's not enough of it, and then there's always people trying to scramble, trying to get to their lot in time, and there's always a bunch of overcrowdedness when it comes to finding the right place to park, especially at the specific lot they need to be at. There's always just a tendency for a lot of cars to be packed up, and also just a feeling that there's not enough places to park at, and also just the problem of parking on the worst possible area to be at. I'm not really sure how parking works in terms of choosing lots, but I think that from everything that I've heard, I think parking needs to be changed and improved drastically, because you can only hear so many complaints and not do anything about it.
All right, thanks. This elevator is not in good condition. The floor is chipping off down here. And it's just grime and dirt everywhere. Guessing it gets cleaned every now and then, but not too often, really. Parking isn't always a problem. There's some times where it's just a few handful of cars there in car park. But most of the time, it's full, and it's a pain to even get there, the sheer amount of cars that are crossing and everything. But right now, it's quiet on campus, and there's barely any cars. The parking lots being full isn't the whole problem. It's also the part of people here being bad at parking. On some parts, it's MSU students being terrible at parking, and on other parts, it's just car park services being evil, to put it politely. And in this one, it's even worse, because it's an adjunct professor who had to go get something fixed with parking services, and she's like, I'll have it fixed up really quick. Don't ticket me. And they ticket her. But in most cases, it is just MSU students, faculty. It's just MSU people just being bad at parking. Mostly the students.